What's going on, guys? TacTixHD here, bringing you a new episode of Cup or Bust today featuring the Vancouver Canucks. A lot of you guys have been waiting a while for this. Top players there, we have Peterson, Besser, and Horvat. So, obviously, pretty good young core on the Canucks. Quinn Hughes as well, Demko in goal, but a lot of pieces still needed. They are, though, 90 overall, so not the lowest rated team in the Pacific. That's Edmonton. They're actually only, I think, 4th, or no, sorry. I guess they're tied for 5th, technically. San Jose, Vegas at the top, then Calgary, Anaheim. So, yeah, we're tied there with Arizona and LA. So definitely a rebuilder, but I don't think we're like too far off. As always for this, we turn everything off here except for salary cap and computer trades. And as always, guys, using the most authentic settings possible. So game style there is full sim. Injuries though is turned off just because they're so annoying. Period length 20 minutes. We have the difficulty there to superstar. Trade difficulty set to hard. Fog of War is turned off. Waivers is on. As well, on top of that, we have our own set of rules. First one there, unlimited free agent signings just so the summer's a bit more fun. Max 5 trades per year though, with CPU offers being a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2021 just so we don't ruin the franchise's future. And then we have to keep at least 3 picks per draft, again, just to try and keep it realistic. And right here, guys, are a list of created players. Again, I've done a couple of videos going through all these guys' stats in depth, but I'm just going to quickly show you all of them. Again, pretty good collection there of created players. Obviously, lots of American players, guys in Russia, stuff like that. But obviously, added all these guys to make the franchise mode as realistic as possible. And on the line of this episode, guys, we can't win a Stanley Cup with the Vancouver Canucks in one of the first 3 years. We have to quick sell Team of the Year, Alexis Lafreniere, who could be a future Vancouver Canuck. You never know how he'll shake out. Obviously, I would rather keep him. He's got 4 synergies. He's pretty sick. He's only 92 overall, but his stats, like, really good skater, nice shot on him, sick hands. That's the goal. Have to win a cup, otherwise lose Team of the Year Lafreniere. And next year, guys, I'll give you a look at the roster we're starting out with. As you can see there, team stats, of course, is rebuilder. But like I said, I don't think this team is too far off. So first line there, we have Barchi, Peterson, and Besser. Really just need like another winger that's a bit better than Barchi to play on that top line. We'll be set for that. Goldobin there with Horvat and Eriksson. Horvat's okay, definitely needs some better top 6 wingers. Pearson, Beagle, Virtanen, Granlund, Sutter, Roussel. Honestly, like the bottom 6 is very solid. Like Vancouver definitely has good forward depth in terms of the bottom 6. Like lots of 79s, 80s. We just need kind of better top 6 guys. Defense is okay. We have Edler, Tanev, Stetcher, Hutton, Hughes, and Pouliot. Goalies here, we have Markstrom and Demko. Demko should become our starter in a season or 2. Plus, Markstrom could grow to actually be even higher rated if we have like a decent season. Also, to scratch right now is Ryan Spooner, who's also a 79. So, I'm going to try and trade either him, Roussel, Sutter, Beagle. A lot of contracts I really would rather get rid of. Eriksson, probably not going to be possible, but I think the other guys, maybe we could. AHL here, we got Gauntz, Gaudette, Levo. So, decent players. Maybe those guys make the NHL next year. Boucher, Schaller, Mott, Caro, Payet, Banks, Arsenault, McEwen, Woods. Defense there, we got Biega, Shen, Blugis, Teves, McKenny, Rafferty. Goalies, really no one there. Bachman, Mazanek. Basically no one with potential for the AHL goalies, but we do have DiPietro in the CHL. So, like I said, probably going to start off here just trying to trade some of those bad contracts. Also want to show you guys the captaincy here. Gonna definitely make some switches. I think right now we have 3 alternates. Let's see, Horvat, Roussel, and Edler. So, I'm going to take it off Roussel there. As well, I'm going to take it off of Horvat. I'm going to give the C to Horvat. And I think I'm also going to give an A here to Besser. So we're going to run like that for now. If we end up losing Edler, I feel like Peterson will probably get the other A, but for now it looks good. Also, guys, I want to give you a quick look at our trade assets. As you can see, we're actually at 50 out of 50 contracts. Salary cap, though, $18.5 million is pretty good. Of course, Peterson, Hughes, Besser all have a ton of trade value. And draft picks, our first rounder is worth a lot. Good chance it could land us Jack Hughes. We actually only have a couple extra picks, couple 6 there, so I'm going to try and acquire some more picks here, prospects in this first year, and then second, third year, be more competitive. So right now, guys, just trying to dump a contract on Carolina, trading Roussel along with Shen. Again, we have like an exposable 79 overall guy. Roussel's making $3 million for 4 more years. 79s are way cheaper than that usually. Shen's okay, but he's in the AHL for us. So we get a 3rd round pick. I think it's a great trade. And we get rejected there. Let's see if we can take back a lesser pick, like a 4th rounder. It does have quite a bit less value. And trades accepted. There we go. And next year, guys, trying to trade Brandon Sutter to Buffalo for Matt Molson and a 4th round pick. Molson's only got 1 year left there at the $5 million deal, so we actually need him to stay above the salary cap floor this season. You can see we're like $20 million under now. Sutter, of course, 3 years left. Plus, we're trying to pick up a 4th round pick. So I think it'd be awesome for us. Honestly, I would just do this straight up without a draft pick, but see what Buffalo says here. And trades accepted. That's awesome. Alright, guys, next year trying to make a trade with Philadelphia, offering them Beagle and a 3rd rounder for Myers. He's actually their only player on the block. Pretty good defenseman, 21 years old, 75 overall, low top 4. Beagle 2 is like a salary cap dump. $3 million for 79 is pretty expensive. So I feel like Myers is more than worth a third rounder, as well as, getting a salary cap dump. So we'll see what they say. And trade's accepted because we're moving out on Hoffman. So there we go. I really like that deal. So here's an update look at the team after those 3 trades. Top 6 has not changed. Third line is now Pearson, Spooner, Virtanen. Fourth line's Granlund, Schaller, and Gauntz. Defense, I think, is also the exact same. Same with goaltending. All right, there, I'll give you guys a look at the power play. The first unit, I think, is actually not bad. The second one's pretty average. Also, I'll show you guys in the AHL, because of all the trades we made, Cole Lynn's actually get called up now, and he's playing in the top 6. So I'm hoping he can grow, make the NHL team, at least by the 3rd year. That'd be pretty awesome. Also, I want to show you guys just the offense, defense, and goaltending ratings we have after those trades. I feel like the team shouldn't be too high rated. Like, I'm really hoping we can finish near the bottom and have our best shot, Jack Hughes. That's still, like, a little bit too high. 91, 89, 88. I mean, look at Calgary. We have better goaltending. Only one worse offense, surprisingly. So we'll see how this goes. Again, we're not trying to be good, trying to be, tank essentially. So hope for the best. So I just simmed through the first month, guys, and we're 9-3-3. Not exactly sure what's going on right now. Like, this team should not be playing that well, but if we're in a playoff spot at the deadline, obviously we'll act accordingly. Hopefully, though, we start to play as we should be. So throughout the trade deadline here, we actually have a negative record now, 29-30-3. So we are barely negative. Surprisingly, haven't gotten a single trade offer this season, which is, like, I don't remember the last time that's happened. And we are last in the division. We're not last, though, in the NHL. Looks like we're kind of close, probably bottom 5. Pearson there, 56 points in 62 games, so he's playing pretty good. Obviously, does not look like we're making the playoffs, so we'd like to keep going lower and lower in the standing, just give us better odds at Jack Hughes. So right now, guys, I'm actually trying to make another trade with Philadelphia. Edler and Biega for Laterra and Frost. Laterra's only got 1 year left, so he's basically just a salary cap guy, so we can actually trade them Edler, as otherwise he'd be below the cap minimum. Morgan Frost, obviously the big piece coming back here. 19 years old, 70 overall, crushing it in juniors. He's essentially a first-round pick rating back. You can see he was a first in 2017. Their first-round pick right now is actually crazy valuable because you can see there, like, tons of value. They're 25 and 33. Edler, a good defenseman, but he's getting up there in age. Good chance doesn't even resign with us, so I feel like Frost is honestly the better choice. So value's pretty equal. We'll see what they say. And trades accepted. We're calling up a god debt, so there we go. And lastly here, guys, trying to trade the Oilers. For some reason, they have Ethan Bear on the block. Not sure why. Like, he's this good young defenseman, which is what they need. 20 years old, 76 overall, low top 4. Offering them Josh Levo, 25, 77, medium top 6. 4th rounder, San Jose, though. And then 6th rounder, Capitals. So both should be like at the end of their rounds. Plus, I think we have 3 4s and 3 6. So definitely can afford to give them up if it gets us Ethan Bear. Wouldn't mind adding some good young defensemen. See what Edmonton says here. The value's equal. And trades rejected. Alright, guys, we're trying a 2021 third with the San Jose 4th rounder here, as well as Levo for Bear. See what they say. He's on the block. And there we go. I think that was worth it just because he is pretty high rate already at a young age. Could definitely see him making the team next year. So after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the roster. No changes to the forward group, although Besser has gone up in rating, now an 87. Defense, you can see Hughes and Tana's the new top pair. Hughes is an 84 already, so that's awesome. He'll definitely be like our #1 guy. Bears playing on the bottom pair there. I think goalies are the exact same. So hopefully we can, continue to kind of tank here in the last month and a half and just, increase our chances of reuniting the Hughes brothers, as I think that'd be pretty awesome. And we just finished the season with a record of 35, 41, and 6. So 76 points. Should be, pretty low in the league. We are last in the division there. We're actually, 11 behind the Oilers. Pearson, really good year. 73 points, 82 games. I like that. We'll see how also Besser did. Obviously, those two going forward are definitely going to be the 2 guys we lean on. Besser, 60 points, not too bad. Definitely not as good as 73. Horvat almost at 60. That's pretty good. Eriksson, 43 again. We're going to be stuck with him, so just trying to, get him producing. That's why I play him on the second line, the power play, whatever. Spooner, 43 is actually super surprising. That's good enough, I think, to get boosted back up to an 80. He did as good as Barchi, and Barchi played first line minutes. Goldobin there, also almost 40. Pearson, 34 is not bad. Hughes, 26. I'd like to see him scoring a bit more, but not too upsetting. We'll see how Markstrom's stats were here. So negative record. Demko also, but identical save percentages there. Demko actually had slightly better goals against. I'll take a look now and just see who led the entire league in scoring. And so Alexander Ovechkin, 96 points. Tarasenko, though, Maurice Richard just outscores them there by 2. Doesn't look like Peterson's actually going to be near the top. I thought maybe 73, but no, it looks like you need at least 80 plus to get on the top page. Next year, guys, going to check the standings again. Hopefully, we're last in the league. Give us the best shot of getting Jack Hughes. Anaheim actually wins the President's Trophy. Kind of surprising. Pittsburgh second, Vegas third. We had, what, 7 teams there, 100-plus points. All right, Arizona's in the playoffs, jeez. Same with Buffalo squeaking in. Okay, so haven't seen our name yet. 73 is looking good right now. We're less than Detroit, less than Philly. Or, sorry, 76 points what we have. We finished 29th. Florida 69. Not nice in this scenario. And Ottawa 65. You can't out-tank Ottawa. So, third best odds there of Jack Hughes. We'll just have to pray to the draft lottery gods that we can at least get like a top 2 pick. Either him or Kako. And check this out, guys. Draft results are in, and we're picking first overall. Let's go. I was so worried we'd be picking, like, what would we drop to? 6th, I think, is the lowest we could drop. That would have really sucked. Cardo there actually gets second via Ottawa, so look at Kako. You never know, too. I actually haven't looked at the draft class for this year. We'll do that right now. There could be a made-up guy, franchise potential. There's not, though. Okay, so yeah, we're taking Jack Hughes, which is awesome, because I really wanted to reunite the Hughes brothers, so very excited to do that. Also, I'll show you guys here who won the Stanley Cup. It's kind of funny. Toronto Maple Leafs, as you can see there, that's the team we used last time. We didn't win the cup in the first year, but we did get the cup in the second year, so kind of like the computer Toronto probably made like no trades and still wins the cup. Although actually, no, they usually do make a trade or two. So let's see here. The Maple Leafs beat Columbus, Boston, so they finally get by them. Pittsburgh in 7, then the Dallas Stars there, the Stanley Cup final in 6. Dallas went through Minnesota, Chicago, and Vegas. They actually won all 3 of those rounds in 6 and lost in 6. Look at the awards here. So we already know all the team awards, player awards. Ovi there at Ross. Also got the Hart. Carlson, James Norris. Washington's cleaning up. Sagan with the Lady Bing. Usually it's one of the guys that wins like the Art Ross or the Hart. Let's see. Calder there goes to Peterson. So we do have an award winner there. Usually Peterson wins it. So it would have sucked if the one time we're Vancouver he doesn't. Marner, Conn Smythe must have tore it up. Price, Vezina. You also got the William Jennings. Manson there, Bill Masterson, Bergeron, Selke, Ovi, you get Ted Lindsay, Tarasenko, we know, got the Maurice Richard. I feel like, too, Marner winning the Conn Smythe, dude is about to get paid, even more than usual. So our AHL team did not make the playoffs. Looks like Rochester cleaned up. Player awards, Nylander went off, most points, MVP, most goals, though, Barber, Krasnov, outstanding rookie, Pullet there, best defenseman, Mason, best goalie. Wedgwood MVP, Nylander, sportsmanship, McCown, involvement. Mason also had lowest goals against. Kind of surprising. Like, Mason's only a 77. There are better goalies in the AHL. But anyway, guys, we're on the draft now. Very excited to be taking Jack Hughes first overall. I'm so excited. So here we go, guys. The first pick in the 2019 NHL entry draft. Vancouver Canucks, proud to select Jack Hughes. That's awesome. Already know, 81 overall in the draft. Highly potential. Got to decide now, do we play him first line wing with Peterson Besser, put him on the second line? So many options. And I just went through the first round, guys. Of course, after us, the Avs took Kako, Philly there taking Puck in, Doc to Florida, Cousins to Detroit, Caulfield to Edmonton. I mean, him and McDavid, that could be deadly. Turcotte on the Devils. Cardo also got Zegras. Like, in real life, too, they're going to get 2 really good players. Boldy, Montreal, Soderstrom to Anaheim there. So, Byram, I don't know why he always goes late, even though he has elite potential. Actually, same goes for Broberg. 16 there to Buffalo. Like, that's a really good pick. I saw this guy ranked around 30 with medium elite, but didn't think we could really trade back in, as there's a guy ranked 60, I think, medium elite. There he is, Caldwell, 72 medium elite, pick 28. That's awesome for Vegas. Like I was saying, there's a guy ranked 60. I think we can trade back in, end of the second round and get. Also, too, Ottawa here, back-to-back picks. They get Vlasic and Lees. Lees, they're also elite, 63 overall, medium elite, but Spencer Knight's still available, so that's who we're going to take right now. And I'm pretty sure, I want to check, though, if the other guy is available. He's a gem. There he is, yeah, Rogers, 61. So I'm going to try and trade back in here to the end of the second round to take him. So him, Knight, and Hughes. Pretty sick draft. So right now, guys, trying to make a trade with the Rangers to try and get that medium elite guy, offering them 3rd rounder in 2020 and a 4th rounder this year for 55 overall. It's on the block. We'll see what they say. Trade's rejected. I kind of figured that would happen. I mean, honestly, I'd be willing to give them a 3rd and 2 fourths. At this point, that's a pretty fair deal. Yeah, I was going to say. All right, guys, so pick number 24 in the second round. Our guy should still be there. And he is. Okay, I was going to say. Grew here is also a gem, but he's got top 6, where Rogers guaranteed medium elite. 57 overall is not that high rated, but again, medium elite, like, that's tons of trade value. Definitely can move him on in a trade. Looking at everyone else here, no medium elite doesn't look like, aside from our 2 picks in the second round, so we're making out quite well. Our next pick, guys, actually wasn't until the 5th round. Trade away all our 3rds and 4ths, but that's okay. We have a high elite and 2 medium elites to show for it so far. Pretty happy. Let's see what else is left here. So some guaranteed low elites. I mean, that's not bad at all, to be honest. Champion, I like the name. I know he's going to have to get picked for a while, but 54 overall low elite for the 5th, honestly, is still solid. And the 6th round here, we actually have the 1st and 3rd pick, so probably just going to take the other 2 guaranteed low elites. And then I think we have a 7th rounder, so we'll probably take a chance on one of those guys who might be elite with one of those picks. Kasperitis actually looks like Polacek here is supposed to go first, so 50 overall right on, low elite. Again, it's not too bad. Florida there just got an AHL top 6. LA wants our pick. I'm going to say no, though, because the low elite available, and 6 and 7 in 2020. Who knows what that will give us, so I'll go get the other low elite there. So basically, every single player we've drafted so far in this draft has been elite potential, which is kind of insane. Like I said, I think we have a 7th round pick left, so if we can somehow, only 46 sucks, but if we can somehow pull off an elite player here, that would be absolutely unreal. And I'm looking at right now, guys, all 4 of the dudes that have elite are all like super low, whereas Holmstrom's guaranteed low top 6. And honestly, for this late in the draft, that's like pretty good. I didn't realize either. We actually had 3 6th rounders, so I do believe we still have one more pick, yeah, in the 7th round here. So we'll make our chance on one of those elite guys here. I'm not sure who it's going to be. Malik there, probably medium top 6. Actually, he's got a face. I don't think he is. So high elite, medium elite, low elite. Might as well go with the high elite. Abisher, or actually, the Swedish guy is the only one who might be made up. I don't even think he is, though. I don't think any of those guys are elite. Let's just take Malik. Or actually, he's on Battalion. He's not either. Let's just take Abisher. Maybe they made him up, or I don't know. AHL top 2. Okay, so 7th round pick is bad, but everything else I think was very, very good this draft. Definitely more than happy. And we're off the resign phase here, guys, with tons of money to spend. As you can see at the bottom there, almost 35 million in cap space, and we have Peterson locked up, our best player, entry-level deal for all 3 years, like the entire Cup or Bust. Same goes for Quinn Hughes, who's going to be our best defenseman, so that's such a good spot to be in. Now, Besser does need a new contract. It's going to be pretty pricey. Actually, 6.8, that's super fair. Like, I'm more than happy paying him 6.8. We can actually get him even cheaper. Let's do a bridge deal then. 2 years. Or actually, let's see. Where would it be? Like 3 years. Let's do at like 5.75. That'd be an insane contract, I feel, for Besser. Hughes, obviously, we're going to give him a contract. Just give him the max. 1st overall pick. Hutton there, 26.80. I mean, 2.4 is kind of expensive, honestly. I'm probably just going to qualify him. And actually, guys, I'm going to go through this position by position. It makes it a little bit easier. So looking at the center depth there, I feel like we're good. Schaller, I definitely want to try and trade. If not, going to bury him. To buy him out, $630K this year and next year, or we just bury him for $900K this year. That's probably the better move. Granlund's down to a 77, so I don't know why he went down so much. Let him go. Laterra, obviously, letting go as well. Same with Pyatt. Any like decent AHL players they'll re-sign. Left wingers here, Boucher. I mean, those are just all AHL guys. The NHL guys you can see all locked up. No one's really that great though. Let's see. Right wingers, Goldobin needs a new contract. What's that going to cost us? 1.9. 1 year, 1.8. Okay, so that's not too terrible. Let's do like 1.8 there for 2 years. Hopefully he grows. Hoffman, 26 and 70. That's pretty bad. Defense. So we know we traded Edler. Definitely have to try and sign some guys. I'm really hoping Carlson's available. Pouliot's actually down to a 79, or was he? He might have been a 78, to be honest. So it might be up. 1.9 for 2. I think I'm just going to qualify him as well. I feel like it's kind of expensive. And then looking at our goalies here, Demko also needs a new contract. Still an 80 overall. 900K for 1 here. 1.7 for 2. Honestly, I feel like he's going to grow, so if it saves us money next year, I'm willing to give him like 1.5 right now for 2. And that way, he's good for the rest of the cover bust. So this is awesome, guys. Brock Besser accepted our offer. I feel like that's an awesome contract for him, especially if he gets up to like 89, 90 overall. Demko also accepted. That's a great bridge deal. Goldobin accepted. Boucher accepted. Hughes accepts. And we're now at the free agency period, guys, and we have so much money to spend. This is going to be awesome compared to Toronto, who had absolutely none. We have what, like basically 28 million there. Point and Marner both available. I mean, we have the picks. We could do it. Oh, that'd be so risky to do, though. Pavelski there we can sign for free. Carlson we could also try and go and get. I remember one time we got him for a second. Matt Duchene would be available for free as well. Jacob Trouba we could definitely make a trade for, I think. His value's not too crazy. Zuccarello, Thornton, Myers, Gardner. Like, we have so much money. This is going to be awesome. Let's see. We'll take a look at goalies here. Varlamov, 86. There's only a slight upgrade there on Markstrom. I feel like Markstrom or even Demko should be good enough. If anything, I'd probably make a trade for a much better goalie. So I feel like I want Duchesne, and then I'll either move him or Horvat to the wing, and I think that'd be pretty awesome. Duchesne, too, 86 overall, so he's dropped, I think he was at 87. I'm willing to give him like $6 million here for 5 years. Hopefully he'll say yes to that. Now Pavelski, he wants 3 years. He's 34, so there's a good chance he could start to drop. I mean, we would just have really good top 6 here. 1 year. Let's do 2 years, 6.75. I feel like we have 30 million. Like, we can definitely splash some cash here. Myers, Gardner, we could definitely get both of them as well. Myers here will give like 4.75 for 4 years. Gardner, let's try the same thing, honestly, 4.75 for 5 years. Also, guys, looking through here, I see Andreas Jansson's available as an RFA. Edler did hit free agency like I thought he would. Vrana's also another RFA available. Same with Peterson. So definitely like tons of options to us here to definitely get creative. I gotta check the 2A players as well. Like we have, what is that, 16 contract spots, so we can afford to sign all the good ones. So yeah, all the guys we normally sign, definitely about to make contracts offers on. Also, guys, just noticed that Marcus Grillin's actually willing to take a 2A deal. So I'll make him that offer. I didn't think he would have done that when I let him go. And then 2 RFA defensemen here. Dawkins, 25, 75. Gonna make him the max offer there for a 2A. I assume, though, Anaheim will match. Same goes there for Lyubushkin on Arizona, but just in case that they don't, I might as well try. So Gallant here accepted our offer. Same with Olsen, Zetterlund, all these like 2A guys. Salin, though, that's good. Low top 4. I think he has the most value. Toronto here offering us a 2nd and a 4th for Myers. That's pretty good value. Myers, though, maybe he went up in rating because what did we give up from a 3rd, I think? And yeah, he's a 78 now at 22. 6'5". I'd rather keep him because yeah, we gave up a 3rd and I think Beagle, so a cap dump. We basically got him for free. We paid the 3rd for the cap dump. Hoping though to get one of those big name free agents. Myers comes with us. That's awesome. 83 overall, but he also brings tons of size. Lyubushkin though rejects. That's fine. Gardner accepts. So we just got 2 nice top 4 defensemen. Play with Hughes and Tanev. Grillen accepts for the AHL. Dawson accepts as of now. So waiting to hear back from Duchesne, Pavelski, and let's see. Ducks matched it. I figured they would. Duchesne accepts. That's awesome. There you go. Same with Pavelski. So we went pretty crazy there in free agency. I wonder how much money we still have to spend. Could definitely make a trade. Yeah, we have $9 million. So could still make a trade here. Try and bring in Trouba. Make a trade for like Point, Marner, Carlson to sign one of them. More eyeing like Pointer, Marner. Put them on the first line with Peterson and Besser. That'd be pretty ridiculous. Also, guys, right now I'm offering Andreas Janssen $3.3 million for 1 year. It'll cost us a 2nd round pick, but I think he's more than worth it. Plus, I don't think Toronto can match, so it could be a nice way to steal him. 82 overall right now. He'll probably grow, honestly, to like 83 by the end of the summer. And right now, guys, I'm trying to trade Chris Tanev to Florida for a 1st round pick. I still want to make another trade for Trouba, in which case Tanev would probably be like bottom pairs, so might as well clear some cap space and get a 1st round pick back. They want Tanev, the picks on the block. We'll see what they say. And trades accepted, so there we go. And right here, guys, you can see Janssen accepted our offer, so waiting here back from the Leafs. And Pittsburgh here wants our 2nd, but obviously we're using that to try and get Janssen right now. So hopefully, like I said, Leafs cannot match. I don't think they have the salary cap. And yeah, they're not willing to match. So there we go. I think we just stole him. And next year, guys, we're making another salary cap dump, offering Pearson and Stetcher to Detroit for a 2nd round pick. It's actually the Blackhawks pick. They want both players. Pearson's 80 overall, 26, so 1 year left to grow, but he's making 3.7, which is kind of expensive. Stetcher there, 2.3 for 79 is a shade expensive. It's nothing too crazy, though. Detroit has some cap room. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. So, honestly, I want the cap space to bring in probably Marner, or I'm not sure if it's going to be Marner or Point. Then, like I said, also Trouba. I'd be willing to do this for like 2 third-rounders if Detroit says yes. And they do, so there we go. And like I was saying before, trying to make a trade for Trouba now. Plans to have on the top pair with Quinn Hughes. 2nd pair will be Gardner and Myers. 3rd pair can be kind of anybody. Obviously, solid defenseman, 25 years old, 85 overall. Offering them our 1st rounder 2021. We have 2 picks or 2 1st rounders in 2020. But like, in case either of them end up being a lottery pick and they could get Lafreniere, I'd rather not trade them. Kasparaitis there's low elite, 46 overall, never going to help us out. And then a 3rd rounder there we just got 2020 from the Blackhawks. So the value's pretty equal. Trouba they can't sign. I think this should go through. Trades rejected, really. Close to fair value, but not quite, eh? I mean, we could add, like, a 4th rounder, although I feel like this is already pretty fair value. There we go. And next year, guys, we're trying to make a trade with Toronto for Mitch Marner. I decided to go with him over Braden Point just because he's a year younger. Also, he's got high elite opposed to medium, and he's actually 1 overall higher. He's a 90 opposed to 89. I mean, Marner would be so sick on that top line, Peterson and Besser. So Rogers here we just drafted, medium elite potential, got him in late 2nd round. Offering him there with Jet Wu and a guy we just drafted who's got low elite. If they say no to this, we could add like a 3rd rounder, which I think should push it through. Like the value looks pretty equal. Marner's on the block, they can't afford him. We're giving them 3 nice pieces, which is why it's so important to draft. Like the medium elite guy there late in the 2nd, that is huge here for this Marner deal. We'll see what they say. And trades accepted without the 3rd. There we go. I was actually even considering adding Mikey DiPietro or Spencer Knight to this trade, but they both actually had like too much value with the medium elite guys, so we still have both of them as huge trade pieces. So future's looking very bright in Vancouver. We can actually only make 1 more trade this season, so we'll definitely save that for the deadline. And so right now, guys, we're going to re-sign with Marner and Trouba. So Trouba, I already know what Marner wants. What's he want? 4.8, 5 years. Let's do, to get any cheaper. Not really. Okay, so we'll give him like the 5 years. We'll try 4.7 there. I think he says yes. And then Marner, I think he wanted a long-term deal. Yeah, $9 million for 7 years. Ooh, he gets quite cheaper the lower you go, eh? We could do like 4 years at 7.5. I think that'd be like really good for us. Also, still keeping it realistic. I don't want to do like all like 2-year deals, as I feel like it's kind of cheap. But 4 years, or even like 4 years, 7.5. If he says no, we'll just make it 3 years. He should say yes though. And so Trouba accepts our offer, guys. That's awesome. And Marner rejected, so we'll have to give him probably a bit more money, or like I said, 1 less year. So Marner's asking price has actually gone down, so I'm going to try 3 years now at 7.3. He's asking for 7.6. This should go through. And as you guys can see here, next he just accepted our qualifying offer, so he would have been making like $2 million-ish last season, so that's what he would have just got paid, which he probably actually maybe could have gotten for cheaper. Actually, no, I think he was asking for more than that. Vatanen for a 1st? No, we're saying no to that for sure. Hopefully Marner says yes. Everyone keeps offering us a 2nd round pick for Myers. I'd rather just keep him and hope for the best with him. Come on, Marner. There we go. He accepts. So, honestly, the goaltending is the only issue, but we have Demko, who's a really good backup behind Markstrom, so I'm confident in him. I'm pretty excited to see what happens this season. And we're going to start next season, guys. As you can see there, team status is champion. I feel like the team we built here is pretty strong. Definitely have a chance at the cup already in year 2. So, first line here, like I was saying, is stacked. Besser, Peterson, and Marner. I'm thinking that could be the top scoring line in the NHL. Even the 2nd line is so solid. Pavelski, Duchesne, and Horvat. One sick thing about this line, any 3 of these guys could play center, like 82, 85, and 85 for the face-off. So if any of them get thrown out or whatever, even though that doesn't happen in this game, it would not matter. We have Janssen, Hughes, and Barchi on the 3rd line. Like, that's a sick 3rd line. If you guys don't know Hughes' stats, insane hands, really fast, solid shot. Obviously not the best defensively or physically, but for a 3rd line center, he's got a lot of offense. Then you have Virtanen, Spooner, and Goldobin there on the 4th line. So even the 4th line's, I think, really good. Defense, you got Quinn Hughes and True on the top pair. Myers, Gardner, and then Pouliot and Hutton. Obviously, Hughes, elite potential. Just going to keep getting better and better. I mean, look at his stats. 99 deking, which I don't know how that's his highest stat. I feel like if anything, it should be passing, but whatever. The dude's a stud. Goaltenders as well. Demko's down 85. I think he was like an 83 at the end of the season or during the offseason. So he just kept going up. Grew 5 overall in like 1 calendar year. I thought he was going to be the backup to Markstrom. He's actually the starter. So he's got elite potential as well. If he plays well, could keep getting better and better. So very, very excited. First power play unit's insane. Pavelski there. 96 hand-eye. Hoping to get some nice tips from him. Peterson, Marner, Besser, and Hughes there on the back end. 2nd unit there, you have Jack Hughes, Duchesne, Horvat, Trouba, Janssen. Like, this team is absolutely stacked, I think, especially if Demko just keeps getting better. And next year, I'll give you guys a look at the AHL. So I've actually got Eriksson buried in the AHL. He's 80 overall. Spooner's a 79, but we didn't have a 4th line center, so how do you Spooner there? We got Cadet, Boucher, Gaunt, Granlund, Mott. Like, AHL here is actually pretty good as well. Even defensively, Bears is 77 now. Myers is an 80, so could afford to trade somebody like Stetcher or whoever, and then Myers could step in because he's pretty good. 80 overall, 6'5", so him and like Myers definitely both, or yeah, him and Tyler Myers. I thought for a second I got that name wrong. But yeah, we have 2 Myers there, both huge. Goalies, DiPietro's the AHL starter, 73, high starter, so he could just keep getting better and better as well. So very, very excited. Hopefully at least make the playoffs here. And then, of course, once that happens, as we saw with St. Louis, anyone can win the cup. And we just got to trade off here, guys, from the Rangers. Shattenkirk a third and a fourth for our Florida first-round pick. Frost in a fifth. We're going to say no because Shattenkirk's got a pretty big contract, and we kind of want that for free agency next year. Beginning of January, pretty good record. We're actually really good. 24, 13, and 8. We actually just went on a 6-game win streak as well. And now, guys, getting an offer from Florida. I want to give us Yandel for a first, Holmstrom, and a third. Yandel's a good defenseman. Thing is, I got to see how old he is now. He's got $6.3 million there left for 4 years. 85, 33, potential's top 4. It's definitely a bit of a risky trade. I mean, this doesn't count as a trade, but if we're going to trade our first-round pick, I think we could get a better package. And we just got another big trade off here, guys, from Montreal. Shea Weber and a second-round pick for both of our first-round picks. Thing is, Weber's got a big contract on him, $7.8 million for 7 more years. I don't know how they're going to deal with that in real life. Like, 34, he's going to get paid till he's 41. 87, like, he'd be our number 1 defenseman, but that's so risky at 34, especially with the 2 first-round picks. I'd probably rather just the players coming back. So we are actually about to hit the trade deadline here. 35, 17, and 10, depending how the Buffalo game goes. We lose it. 35, 18, and 10, so still a very good record at the deadline, 80 points. Very happy with that. We're actually 500, I think, end of October, so definitely bounced back. Tie with Arizona for first in the division there, kind of surprised. Peterson, 53 and 63. Honestly, wish he was doing even better because that first line is stacked, but still, doing pretty good. So we can only make 1 trade here. Hopefully, we'll make it count. So I was looking for a trade, and I thought this was kind of funny. Here, remember, we signed Marner, $7.3 million for 3 years, and we got him pretty cheap in a trade. The Devils gave an offer sheet to Braden Point, so I think they gave up 4 first-round picks, and they signed him at 89 overall, so 1 overall below Marner, $12 million for 7 years, an extra $5 million. Clearly, we got a good deal. All right, guys, so for our 1 trade here, trying to make a blockbuster with Carolina. For some reason, they always have Aho on the block. 22 years old, 89 overall, and he's got medium elite potential. He's a great player. Making $8.4 million there for 5 more years. So I'm offering Pavelski mainly, for the salary to go out. Plus, he's actually dropped in rating to 85, so if he keeps dropping, might as well try and get rid of him now. Goldolbin there's good, but Eriksson's the same rating in the AHL, and I'm never going to be able to get rid of Eriksson, so might as well use him at least on the 4th line. DiPietro, I'd rather not trade. Local guy, I like him, but if he helps us get Sebastian Aho, I'm sure I'll understand. Value looks pretty equal. Let's see what they say. Trade rejected. Okay, so it says the value, we need it up just a touch. So I'm thinking we could just do Spencer Knight instead of DiPietro. I mean, that's probably more than just a touch, to be honest. So we could maybe do DiPietro and like a 4th round pick or something. Let's do like a 2021 4th. We'll try this first before we use Spencer Knight. Still rejected. Okay, so you know what? We'll do Knight. For Sebastian Aho, our team is going to be absolutely stacked after this. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Plus Goldolbin saves us some cap space as well. Here we go. Trade's going through, calling up Eriksson. I like that deal. And after that trade for Aho, guys, here's an update look at the lines. Honestly, the team already was stacked. We're just even more stacked now. So I've actually got him playing first line left wing here with Peterson and Marner. Besser's on the second line with Duchesne and Horvat. Like, that top 6 is unreal. I mean, even the top 9. Janssen, Hughes, and Barchi's insane. Hughes actually 82 now. Virtanen, Spooner, Eriksson's the new 4th line. Defense, Hughes is 89 now. Like, so we found our number 1 defenseman, like I was mentioning. Goalies, I think Demko, yeah, he's still an 85. You look at that first power play unit, like, are you kidding me? Pretty much everyone's an 89, but Marner's a 91. Even the second one is still really, really good. So I feel like this team has a legitimate shot at the cup this year. Hopefully, it can make it happen. And we just finished the season, guys, with a record of 48, 21, and 13. So pretty unreal second year here. I think that's 109 points. We actually had a really good win streak there, too. What was it? 6 games. I was hoping we were going to keep it up. Then a 7-1 loss to Dallas, but that's okay. Hopefully, like I said, we have a chance at the President's Trophy. Like, that'd be kind of sick. And we won our division and the conference, 109 points. Peterson there, 70 points, 82 games. Not too bad. Again, I think the first line's good enough. They should be scoring more than that, but I think maybe because we have so much depth, they're not getting as much play time. Marner, 66. Hughes, 62 as a D-man. That's unreal. 49 assists. I mean, what's his... look at his hands. Like, they're probably going to be all 99 by next season. Aho, 61. Besser, 56. Jack Hughes, 54. He's going to be going a lot higher than 82 by next season. So, like, this team's just going to keep getting better and better. Duchesne only has 43, so he actually might drop to, like, 85, which kind of sucks, but everyone else did pretty good. Let's check Demko's goalie stats if he's going to grow. I mean, 34 wins is pretty good. 11 shutouts is unreal, actually. .928 A 2.08. That's really good for the regular season. Even Markstrom's stats are solid as well. So yeah, I think honestly for sure Demko, or yeah, he's already at an 86. There we go. And like I could even see Markstrom going up to like an 85, although he is a pending UFA. Let's see who led the entire league in scoring. McDavid 96, Tarasenko 90. Looks to probably have won the Maurice Richard again. Crosby, Giroux, Kessel, Kane, Malkin, DeBrincat, Nugent Hopkins as well is probably playing on the top line there with McDavid. Actually, I didn't even realize McDavid had 57 goals. Jeez, he tore it up. And next year, guys, are going to check the standings. Hopefully, won the President's Trophy. I feel like that'd be pretty sick in the second year. And we did win the President's Trophy. There we go. Tampa Bay was only a win behind us. They're actually 2 points behind us. They had 3 more wins, but we had 13 OT losses. So we probably actually had to have had the least amount of losses with 21. Yeah, we did have the least amount of losses in the league, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to check points. I see Montreal there got last. And of course, they were trying to trade Shea Weber. Edmonton there actually had 100 plus points. I mean, finally, McDavid's back in the playoffs. Chicago's back in it there. Buffalo. Let's see. Ottawa makes the playoffs. 85 points. They squeak in. How did that happen? Toronto, Winnipeg both miss. And after, like, tough contract summers. And last in the league, like we know, Montreal 69. Vegas 70. I saw William Karlsson. Didn't get signed. Didn't get traded. So he just sat out a year. Carolina, of course, lost Aho to us, so I feel kind of bad for some of these teams. And in the first round of the playoffs, guys, we're up against the new Stanley Cup champions, St. Louis Blues. They got Schwartz, O'Reilly, Tarasenko as the first line. Perron, Shen, Fabry, Steen, Barbashev, Sundqvist, Kyrou, Bozak, Thomas. So pretty much like the team they just won a cup with. Parayko, Pietrangelo, Dunn, Evanson, Bertuzzo, Schmaltz. Yeah, like I said, looks like Bouwmeester probably retired. Binnington's at 88 now at 26 years old. Yeah, he's got that high star potential. I think I actually boosted him from an 84 to 85, just to make sure, because he only has, I think, like 2 years to grow, that he got to a decent rating. Plus, yeah, he's playing in front of a good team. I feel like that's kind of fair. And I think I accidentally simmed the first game there, and we won it, I believe. That's what the W meant. Yeah, we did win there, 2-1, so that's awesome. So we'll sim through the first round here. Hopefully, can keep it up. First 2 games at home. 6-2 win, there we go. Come on. 3-0 loss to St. Louis, that's not good. 2-1 win, though. 3-1 lead, come on. Just have to win one of the next 3 games. Please, Vancouver. There we go. Okay, so we win it in 6. I was a little worried there, but pulled it off. And in the second round, guys, we're up against the Edmonton Oilers. So I was right. Nugent's on the first line there with McDavid and Ratty. Then they have Puljujarvi playing with Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Lucic, Gagne, Cassian, Cave, Brodzak, and Kenzie. Their bomb 6 isn't even close to ours. Like, we have Jack Hughes on the third line. Center, they have Gagne. Obviously, McDavid, Draisaitl is a solid 1-2 punch. Defense, it's really not that great either. Like, ours is a lot better for sure, led by Quinn Hughes. Koskins an 83, backup Stolarz 74. Our team's better pretty much every way. Like, they have McDavid. Other than that, our team is better. So, if we shut down McDavid, we should really get through them here. So, hope for the best. Obviously, President's Trophy winner. We have home ice advantage throughout these playoffs. So, first 2 games, at home Vancouver, 5-4 OT win, 2-1 loss. Oh no, okay, so we win the first one in OT, and then we lose the next 3. Please, boys, find a way, rally back. 4-3 OT win, so we haven't won a regulation yet. Can we do it here in Game 6? Come on. 4-2 win, let's go. Heading home to Vancouver. Boys are on fire, they're pumped up. And there we go, 3-2 win, we won the last 3 games in a row. Next up, Chicago Blackhawks, actually, so this should be good. I'm thinking like DeBrincat, Strome have probably grown a lot in rating. I'm trying to think if maybe Bachfist has made their team yet. So here you guys look at the lines, and yeah, DeBrincat's now an 87, playing on the top line there with Taves and Kane. Then they got Perlini, Strome, Saad, Cahoon, Anisimov, Kajula, Kunitz, not retired yet, Hayden, Maroon. Pretty sure Kunitz retired in real life, but whatever. Defense, Keith, Gustafson, Yogi Harju, Kuku, Seabrook, Murphy. So our defense is way better, although I guess if you take out Hughes, it's pretty much the same. Crawford's up to an 89 for them. Wow, so he really grew. At 35, too, that's impressive. Forsberg there as the backup. So they have a really good top line. Ours is better. They have a good forward depth. Ours is better. We have better defense. Their goaltender is a little bit better, so we'll give them that for sure. But, I mean, Demko's young. He's got, something to prove. We'll see what happens here. First 2 games in Vancouver. Boys are fired up, yeah. So we just won, 5 straight games, including the Edmonton series. 2-0 lead here on the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's keep it going here as we head into Chicago. And there we go. We sweep the Blackhawks onto the Stanley Cup Final. Just became Western Conference champions. Let's go. And the Stanley Cup Final, guys, we're up against the Philadelphia Flyers. Their first line here is JVR, Giroux, and Voracek. They got Nolan Patrick playing with Couturier, Konechny, Lindblom, Lawton, Ennis, Hartman, Wilson, Bailey. So really good top six. The bottom six, pretty average. Defense, Provorov and Ghost, an amazing top pair. Bogosian, Sanheim, Morin, Haig. So, I mean, Hughes matched up with Provorov. Ghost a bit better than Trouba. Sanheim, I guess, he's a bit better than Gardner. The rest of our guys, though, slight edge. Hart's going to be sick. Yeah, he's already an 89 at 21 years old. It just, like, his rating for his age as a goalie is just insane. That's why I feel he always does so well. But still, I believe in our team. I think we definitely match up. Definitely our forward depth's going to give us the advantage, I think. Aho, there's actually a leading scorer, so big trade deadline acquisition, 18 points in 17 games. Hopefully that third line there, Johansson, Hughes, Barchi, get some sick matchups and just can tee off on the Flyers team. So we're 12-5 through the first three. They're 12-6. Pretty even matchup. First game, first period. A lot of scoring. 3-2 for them. Hughes and Marner for us. They get one more, so do we. Ghost for them. Spooner for us. There we go. Vertanen ties it up, going to OT. And here we go. Marner with the OT winner. The comeback is on. Let's go. So win the first game there in Vancouver. Love to see that. If we could take both, that'd be even better. Here we go, guys. Game number 2. They score first with Ghost. Second period, we get one there from Jack Hughes. Third period, oh no, Sanheim gets the game winner. I think we actually outshot them there as well, but close game either way. Definitely, you know, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes. Like, imagine Jack Hughes is like, or I guess for them, like technically, because you know, in real life, Quinn Hughes didn't really play the first year. It'd be like both their rookie seasons, and they win a Stanley Cup. How amazing would that be? So, third game here. We're now in Philly. Oh no, 3-1 for them. The first, nothing in the second. Lose that one 4-1. Outshot pretty bad too. So here you go, guys. Game number 4. Obviously, this is huge. We win, we tie the series, we lose. We're not in a good spot. So here you go. First period. 1-1. Hutton for us, Lindblom for them. Big second period. Aho, Hughes, Peterson, Wilson for them. And there we go. Hold on. Besser gets one. Patrick gets one. 5-3 win. That was huge. Like I said, 2-2 now. Tied it up. We're heading home to Vancouver as well. So big game 5 here. We win this. 3-2 series lead. Put the pressure on Philly. Only have to win one more for that Stanley Cup. Come on. Playing at home. We got to do it for the fans. First period. No score. Second period. We get one there from Besser. Third period. 2 more. Spooner and Marner. We're 1 game away now from the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Are we going to win it in Game 6 on away soil, or away ice, I should say? Kind of like St. Louis did this year. I think Washington also did it last year. Or if we lose this, of course, go home for Game 7 in Vancouver. As long as we win it in Game 6 or 7, I don't care which. First period here. 1-1. Duchesne for us, Giroux for them. 2-2. Voracek, Duchesne again. So Duchesne's having a game. Let's see if we can keep it up. We're actually leading in shots right now. Ennis gets one early there in the third. Come on, let's see if the boys can answer back here. Obviously, we'd rather not go to Game 7 if we don't have to, but we'll see what happens. About half the period to go. And there we go, Sebastian Aho. 10-minute mark gets one. Tied up 3-3. I'd also prefer if it doesn't go to OT. That way we can actually watch the Stanley Cup celebration. 2 minutes left. Minute left. Okay, we're going to OT, so we just have to sim it, see what happens. Oh, JVR OT winner keeps Philadelphia's playoff hopes alive. Okay, Game 7, Stanley Cup Final, back in Vancouver. That one redemption for 2011. What is it, 2020? So 9 years later, Philadelphia Flyers. Come on, boys. Here we go. First period. No score. Defensive game. Second period. There we go. We get one from Louis Eriksson of all people. Okay, resume simulation. Come on. We're out shooting them by a bit. Power play. Find the back of the net. Okay. Keep up the pressure. Another power play. There we go. Mitch Marner. Let's go. Come on. 2-0 lead now. 10 minutes to go. Another power play. Can we make it 3? Okay, we can't, but still we hold on there. 5 minutes left. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. I think we're going to be Stanley Cup champions. And look at the stats. 98 offense. That's insane. 94 D and 91 goaltending. Mitch Marner honestly doesn't look too bad in a Vancouver jersey either. Are you kidding me, guys? So they just scored. I'm doing a computer versus computer game. Pretty much right off the face-off there. Still have 1 goal lead, but I'm a bit worried now. Alright, guys. 5 seconds to go here. Duchesne's got the puck. Just don't turn it over. 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. Vancouver Canucks, Stanley Cup champions. I love it. I mean, that was such a close series. Goes all the way to Game 7. Win it on home ice in Canada. I mean, I feel like the team we constructed was pretty insane. Like, the trade for Sebastian Aho at the end. And even before that, like, the team we had was stacked throughout. And I feel like we can bring pretty much the same team back next year. So maybe we'll be able to repeat as Cup champions. But I love to see it. And right here, guys, just showing the handshake line. I'm hoping it'll show Jack Hughes. I actually went in and like tried to make him look like himself. In case we ever won the Stanley Cup with him, although I don't see him in the line. Looks like Virtanen and Barchi there. And Conn Smythe winner is going to be Demko. I honestly thought it would have been Aho. He was tearing it up. Demko, though, 2.24, 0.925. Like, yeah, like that's good, but I don't know if it's Conn Smythe worthy. I feel like Aho was averaging a point per game. Maybe more. I didn't actually check after the final series there. And Stanley Cup, of course, is going to be handed out here to Bo Horvat. I was trying to remember like who we gave the C to. I believe Peterson got the other A once we traded away Tanev. And there we go, guys. Bo Horvat going out and getting that Stanley Cup. Probably one of the best second lines, or the best second line in the NHL. Him playing with Aho, or sorry, him playing with Duchesne and Besser now. I forgot how I swept that line up. And there you go, Bo Horvat. Who's he going to give it to first? Number 20. Who is that? I honestly have no idea. Oh, it's Andreas Janssen. I do not think he has a dark goatee like that in real life, but whatever. Right there, you got Brock Besser lifting the cup. I'm sure all Vancouver Canucks fans love to see that. And right there, of course, we had Thatcher Demko with the cup. And now, the classic Stanley Cup pick. Vancouver Canucks, 2020 Stanley Cup champions. Let's go. And as you guys can see here, Demko actually got first star of the game for Game 7. Hart got second, and then Marner there third. And the draft results are in, guys, and Montreal's picking first overall, so they get Lafreniere. I'm sure Montreal fans would love that. Colorado again picking second overall. So they got Kako last year. They're going to get Byfield this year. And we actually made out really well with that Chris Tanev trade, as we're picking 7th overall with the Florida pick. So that's pretty awesome for sure. Getting a medium elite player. So obviously very happy with that. And right there you can see Aho actually finished with just under point per game, 23 and 24. I kind of wish they would give the Conn Smythe to players a bit more, as it seems like more or less it's always just given to the goalie of the team that wins. Quinn Hughes had 19. That's pretty unreal. Pearson 18, Marner 17. So Aho, like, that was just such a great pickup for us. How did Jack Hughes do? 9 points. That's okay, obviously. Already saw Demko. Playoff tree here. Curious to see kind of who Philly went through. So they beat Penguins in 5, Blue Jackets 7, Tampa Bay Lightning there in 6, and of course lost to us in 7. So very good series with them. We'll check the awards here as well. Already know the team awards. So, I mean, Stanley Cup and President's Trophy same year. That's pretty awesome. McDavid got the Art Ross and the Hart. Letang, James Norris, Kane, Lady Bing. Tolvin in there with the Calder. Demko got Conn Smythe. Dubnyk, Vezina also got the William Jennings. I thought maybe we could have gotten that, but guess we weren't quite that good. Petrangelo, Bill Masterson. McDavid also got the Selke. Ted Lindsay and Maurice Richard. Oh my god. McDavid just cleaned up. So AHL, Marlies won it. And I don't think we won the division or anything like that. No, we did not. Actually, we might not even made the playoffs. Krasov cleaning up the AHL. Turcotte, outstanding rookie. Schuster, best D-man. Kincaid there, best goalie. Sparks, MVP. Boucher, though, sportsmanship, so we got 1 award. That's something. So we're at the draft now, guys, and I'm looking at the draft class here, and there's actually this made-up guy, Snyder, with franchise potential, going to go first overall. So maybe we could actually trade for Lafreniere, because we have the 7th pick, plus we have like a late first rounder, or actually it's like the latest, right? If we combined those two to try and get Lafreniere, I feel like would Colorado go for it? Maybe. I have no idea like if he's going to be better or worse than Snyder. Alright, guys, so it looks like if we traded the 7th overall pick with the 31st and DiPietro, we could probably get 2nd overall. Thing is, the 7th overall right now has less value than an elite potential prospect, so it might make more sense to just make that pick, and then we can either try and trade for Lafreniere after the fact, or just another more established player. So I feel like that's the route we're going to go, just because they're not really giving the 7th overall that much value, at least not in my opinion. So that Snyder guy at 82, so he's the exact same rating and potential as Lafreniere. Byfield 3, this Chip Chura guy, 81, medium elite 4, Jenkins 81 as well. Dadonov, wow, so pretty insane draft class so far. Looks like we can probably get Raymond or Holtz, yeah. With the 7th. Lundell is sometimes higher rated than these two, although usually they're all the same. So I'm just going to go Lucas Raymond as I like him as a prospect. So after our pick, guys, I'll show you how the rest of the first round turned out. Lundell went at 8 to Tampa Bay, Gooley 9, Holtz there at 10, Dries at 11. Then you got all the high top 6, our Baron there, medium elite. I actually totally forgot. Lackey 79, medium elite to St. Louis is a great pick, but Perfetti there went at 20 to Dallas. I should have took our 31st pick and tried to trade up to get him. Would have been a lot better value. Now, I haven't actually looked at our gems or anything like that, so maybe we have a guaranteed medium elite we could get here. Hendrix Lapierre, low elite. I'm going to take him if there's no guaranteed medium elite because he's already high rated and usually grows really well. So let's check here. No gems that are medium elite. Wilm there, guaranteed. Same with Popov, but they're both 100 ranked, so we're not going to take them right now. We do have the picks. We should be able to get them. So I think right now, yeah, we'll just go with Hendrix Lapierre because he's pretty high rated and he's sick. I think he's like 76 of the draft, low elite, which is pretty awesome. Or 75, sorry. And our next pick here, guys, is in the 3rd round, pick number 14. Should be able to get one of those 2 medium elite guys. Like, we're picking 76. I think they're both rated, or sorry, ranked like 100 plus. Yeah, 109, 128. So we'll go with Willem here. Papa will actually probably have to trade up to get, but that'll be okay. 61 medium elite, like that's obviously pretty awesome. And now because I'm offering Philadelphia our 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick in this year's draft for their 4th rounder, 108th overall, to get the other medium elite guy. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected, okay. Kind of surprised by that. Let's try, I guess, a 5th rounder next year. Like, this seems like quite a lot. They say yes, but, I mean, we know we're getting a medium elite guy, so obviously we're not upset at all. So far, we're going to have, what is that, 3 medium elites, a low elite Lapierre, who's already high rated, and hopefully we can get lucky with the 7th rounder. Like, the draft so far in this cover bust has been so good. Let's see what Popov's rating is here. 62 for a goalie is actually really good, especially 4th round. And then medium elite potential, obviously, that's insane. You're going to be able to use him as a very good trade piece. And then 7th round pick here is pick number 21. Obviously, we're just going to be taking a Hail Mary, hoping for the best with somebody. Flynn here has like a 25% chance to be medium elite. Let's take the risk. And he's a medium 7th D. That's okay. For the 7th round, what are you going to do? And we're going to have the resign phase here, guys. This should be pretty interesting. I'm not exactly sure how much money we have. So 16 million is actually pretty good. And none of our top players need re-signed. Hughes and Peterson both have 1 year left on entry level, which is pretty awesome. I don't know how Aho went down 1 overall, even though he was our best playoff performer, but whatever. So centers here, Peterson, Duchesne, Horvat, Hughes. He's 83 now. He should be like even higher. Granlund actually went up to an 80. We got him locked up for 2 years on a 2-way deal. So there's our 4th line center. That worked out pretty well. Spooner's a 78 now. He was making like 3 million, so we're gonna let him go. I think Schaller as well. Is his deal done, or he's a left wing maybe? Lapierre is 75. I'll give him a contract, although actually no, it's not gonna be worth it. He'll just be going to junior, so just make it easier to trade him if he's unsigned. Left wingers here. Janssen needs a new deal, so he's gonna get paid a little bit. What's he want? 4.8. That's gonna be tough. We usually lose him in the 3rd year, don't we? Virtanen, hopefully he's a bit more fair. 80 overall. Yeah, 1.3. We'll just give him like 1.25. And then looking at defense next year, I feel like we're set. Obviously, Hughes is our number 1. True was paired up with him on the top pair. Gardner, Myers 2nd. Hutton doesn't want to come back, but that's fine. Because bottom pair there will be Myers and Pouliot, both 80 overall. Myers should be pretty cheap. Right, 1.3 for 2. So we'll probably get him for like 1.15 around there. Pouliot, he'll be on the left side. 3 years at 2 million. It's a bit expensive. Just going to try qualifying him for now, just in case, too. If there's like a big name free agent defenseman we could sign, I'd definitely be down for that. Also, too, I just realized we have both Yolavia and Bear here at 78 overall, so good chance one or both of them are an 80 overall by next season, in which case could take Pouliot's spot and for, you know, much cheaper price. And look at this, guys. I just went over to the goalie section. I'm so glad I gave Demko a 2-year bridge deal opposed to 1. 91 overall now after last season, as well as I'm sure the playoffs, winning the Conn Smythe Trophy. Wow. So, I mean, we won the Stanley Cup and he was, what, an 86? Now he's a 91. Should definitely lead this team to glory. Markstrom wants to come back, too, as the backup. 84 overall is a very high backup. If he comes back for the right price, 2.75s, it's a pretty good price. 3 years. If he comes back for 2.5, 3-year deal, I think I'm down for a very good backup in Markstrom. Also, guys, with Johansson, I think I'm just going to qualify him for now. What we signed him for last year, like 3 million. So we'll do that. And then we'll see what's available for free agency. If there's somebody better, we'll do that. And then hope someone gets a 1st round pick or whatever via an offer sheet. as that would just be even better. We get the first rounder plus another player in free agency, basically double dipping. So everyone made an offer and accepted the contract except for Markstrom. We gave him like 100K less than what he wanted, but he wanted an extension, and yet now he's saying wants a chance to impact an NHL roster more, so I don't really know what he's thinking. Obviously, too, Janssen is still just qualified, so I feel like that's the better move. Save that money for a free agent and then hope somebody gives him an offer sheet. So we'll see what's available in free agency. We should have about, I guess we didn't sign Markstrom, so we'll have like over 10 million, I think. Can just make this roster even better, which is kind of insane. And we have 15 million. Pierre-Luc Dubois there, Nick Backstrom. Like, that's kind of insane. Eric Gustafsson, so he'd be a really nice ad. I guess at that point, Gardner goes down to bottom pair. Other than that, like, forward group, we're pretty much good. Backstrom, like, I don't even know where he'd play, to be honest. Because Jack Hughes would be coming up as well. Maybe Horvat goes down to third line center. Backstrom's in the middle. Put Duchesne on the left wing or something. I feel like I want Backstrom and I want Gustafsson. We can afford both and we still have money. Jimmy Howard's also available. Same rating, but his role there as a backup, so we won't mind playing that position. Now, he is 36, so I am worried he'll go down in rating, whereas Kumper is only 30, so I think he'll keep his rating. So I feel like he probably makes the most sense to sign. So let's get Kemper here. We'll offer 1.9. Again, Howard is one overall higher, but I feel like he'll drop, so we'll be wasting money on him. We also need an AHL backup behind DiPietro, so I think I'm going to sign Hill here, 24.76. Backup potential, but for an AHL backup, I feel like DiPietro should be higher than a 76 by the time next season starts. We'll also check all the skaters here for two-way. And yeah, there's a good amount there of decent players. So I just made offers here, guys, on these 7 two-way players, all around 20 years old. High 60s, medium top 9, as well as Erickson here, 1966, medium top 6. I don't know who drafted him. Dallas second round, why he's available, who knows. Engel there's an RFA, made an offer. We'll see what happens. Also made an offer on a few defensemen because I noticed AHLD is kind of lacking. So a couple guys there, 19, mid to high 60s. Also Tulola there, 24 and 76, just to give us somebody decent. And now I guess I'm making an offer on the two guys I was talking about, Backstrom and Gustafsson. So Backstrom, I'd rather go like 1 year just to be realistic because Hughes and Peterson both need new deals. 8 million though for that long. 5 years, 5.6. I mean, 5.5 for 5 years for Nick Backstrom's honestly not that bad. Gustafsson there, 28, so 6-year deal is not too bad either. What's he want? 4.75. Let's do 4.8 there. He is an 84. Detroit's also making an offer, so we might get outbid, but that's okay. And so right now, guys, making a small trade with Edmonton. Just 4 of our kind of worst contracts here, just to make sure we can sign everyone we made offers on in free agency. Trying to get back a 3rd-round pick as well, which could help us out. We'll see what Edmonton says. Trades accepted, so there we go. And so this regular guy accepted our offer, just an AHL defenseman. McShane there, Kirk, Lundqvist, Erickson. He's a top 6 forward, so that's awesome. He'll have a decent amount of value, maybe even playing the AHL. Hopefully, Backstrom and or Gustafsson accept. Gustafsson, though, rejects, goes with Toronto. Okay. Again, he was going to replace Gardner, and then Gardner would have been on the bottom pair, so now I'll just have Pulyater, maybe one of the 78s. Comfort, though, accepts. There we go. Got a really good backup. Tulola accepts. Engvall rejects, stays with Toronto. That's fine. Hill accepts. Hillis, Douglas. Still need to hear back from Backstrom. I feel like at that point our offense is just insane. Backstrom does accept, so there we go. And here we go, guys. Just as planned, Ottawa made an offer on Andreas Janssen. $6 million for 6 years for an 84. So we get a 1st and a 3rd rounder. Take the compensation. Thank you very much. So free 1st rounder from Ottawa as well. So that's probably going to have a ton of value because they're probably still going to be considered like a, not playoff team. Although they did squeak in last year. I'm still not a huge believer in them. We just got a pretty interesting offer here, guys, from Calgary. TJ Brody for Cole Lynn, Holmstrom, and a 2nd-round pick. Now, Brody's ratings, 4.8 million. He better be at least an 85. An 84. So, yeah, he's a 1 overall upgrade on Gardner. We're giving up a lot of assets for that, and we're giving him $5 million. Not worth it. And Derek Pouliot just accepted our qualifying offer, which is pretty awesome. He wanted like 1.8, so I think we just got him around $1 million, so definitely save some money. So at the start of the 3rd season now, guys, as you can see there, Team Stats is still champion, and I feel like we have a really good shot to repeat as Stanley Cup champs. So the first line there is intact, Aho, Peterson, Marner. Second line is now Besser, Backstrom, and Jack Hughes. Actually, I'm going to switch Hughes to a left winger. Barchi, Duchesne, and Horvat's the 3rd line. It's a pretty unreal 3rd line. Virtanen, Granlund, and Frost on the 4th line. Frost is 79 now. Really good stats, like offensively. You can see his hands there. 93 speed, good shot. Defense, obviously Quinn Hughes leading that. Number 1 D, he's 90 overall already. Paired him up with Trouba, Myers, Gardner on the second still. We have Juolevi now an 80 with Pouliot there on the bottom pair. And then finally after that in goal, of course, we have Thatcher Demko, now 92 overall. So dude is an absolute stud. And then backing him up, we have Kemper, who's an 83. So that's very good backup still. The first power play unit there is just like unreal. Those guys should just go off. Even the second one too, like really good speed and hands on this with like Backstrom, Duchesne, Hughes. Like I don't know, this team is pretty much stacked throughout. Quick look at the AHL teams. Ericsson's gone down to a 78, so I dropped him down. If we were to keep going, he's got 2 years left at $6 million. I'd definitely buy him out after this season. Play on the first line there though with Gaudette and Raymond, so we'll see if Raymond can maybe tear up the AHL. He's actually got a really nice shot, 85-90. Wrist shot action and power there, really good hands speed. I could see him honestly leading the AHL in points as long as Gaudette and Eriksson kind of play with him. The rest of the AHL forwards there pretty decent. Defense, you got Ethan Bear 79, Myers an 80, so gives us options in terms of trades as we still can make 4 more trades, but I don't know, the team's stacked. DiPietro's 78 now. He's got a lot of value with high starters, so I don't know, lots of options for this team that's already stacked. I think if anything, we'll probably just add some prospects and picks to like good players to get superstars. We'll see what happens, like how they play off the start, and then go from there. All right, now guys, Minnesota's offering us Jared Spurgeon for a first and a third round pick. Not a bad offer, but I don't know, he'd be like a slight upgrade, I guess, on Tyler Myers. I'd rather keep the picks, try and make a bigger trade happen. And we just got the start from Calgary, guys. They want to give us Mark Giordano, 2 years left at 6.7. I thought he's probably lower rated now, and he's 37 years old, but he's still an 89, which is pretty impressive. With a third round pick for Eriksson here, who we got for free out of free agency, medium top 6. Second round pick 2021 and a third rounder. So I'm thinking I'm going to take back the third rounder. So this will count as a trade, but we have 4 more, so whatever. And then I'll put in probably Pouliot because he's going to get replaced anyway. It's either him or Juolevi. Juolevi is 1 overall below him, but medium top 4, chances are, like, he's got the higher value. He'll, like, grow into that. Also, he's a bit cheaper, so we'll add him to that trade. See if Calgary still says yes. And they do, so there we go. I'm just going to offer from Carolina, guys. I want to give us Justin Falk for Ottawa's first rounder and Cole Lind. So Falk better be, like, at least an 86, because, I mean, the Ottawa first rounder, he is an 86, okay. How much is the Ottawa first rounder worth? I feel like there's a good chance to miss the playoffs, in which case it's a lottery pick. Or it's actually not that high. So, you know what? We're not picking in 2021 anyway, so we'll use the first rounder, but instead of Cole Lind, I'm going to use a defenseman here. Just to make sure the cap space is still working. So, top pair will probably be Quinn Hughes and Falk, and then we could put Giordano, Trouba second pair, and then Gardner, Myers third pair, I guess. At which point, well, Juolevi's up to an 81 now, so maybe we just trade Gardner, I guess, because we have like the offensive output with Quinn Hughes. Even Giordano is down to an 88. Myers gives us that size. Pair him up with Juolevi. Yeah, so let's do that. The value's there. And we're only actually adding 200k in terms of salary, so we'll see what Carolina says. I think this actually might be better for them. And yeah, they do say yes. And we're now at the trade deadline here, guys. Our team is insane. 42, 17, and 3. 87 points at the deadline. Like, that is just unreal. Let's see. Nick Backstrom there is actually leading scorer, second line center. 57 points in 62 games. We're first in the division there. We can still make 2 more trades. It's going to be tough to improve this team, but we'll see what's out there. Alright guys, so right now, just for the hell of it, essentially, trying to get Lafreniere from Colorado, offering them Wilm here, medium elite prospect. I think we drafted him last year. Yeah, 3rd round. That was a steal. Barchi, he's basically replacing him. And then Popov, medium elite goalie. The value's way on our side, but Lafreniere obviously not on the block. We'll see. It's probably going to take double the value. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected, and we have double the value there. Jeez. Alright, so I just noticed that Kako actually has less value, even though he's higher rated. 20 years old, 85 overall. This doesn't work. We could even go for, like, Landeskog again, just cuz. I don't know why I'm going after Colorado. I just got the team I picked. And they say no to that. I mean, let's see if we can get Landeskog from them. 88 overall. I mean, again, I'm basically just trying to stack our team here on the last run. So they do say yes to that. Landeskog, we probably could have gotten somebody else, but we really can't make this team much better. I'll try and make like one more trade here for like the 4th line. So last trade here, guys, offering Ottawa Granlund, Lynn, and a 3rd rounder for Tierney. Tierney's making $5.5 million. We actually have a lot of cap space right now for this year. Up to an 84 overall. Gonna be our 4th line center, but like I'm trying to build pretty much the best team I've ever had. So we're going all in here. They want all 3 things. Trades accepted. There we go. That's our 5th and final trade. We actually still have $7 million in cap space. Kept Lucas Raymond, I figured. Keep it a bit more realistic. Like, you get a top player, definitely be building around him. Like, look at the trade values on this team. It's insane. I forgot we had Gabe Landeskog. Also, too, I still kept Mikey DiPietro, so Demko's the goalie for now. We still have DiPietro for the future. Like, this team is insane. So after the trade deadline, guys, here's a look at our team. Like I was saying, this probably is the best team we've ever built. Aho, Peterson, Marner's the first line. Besser, Backstrom, and Hughes on the second. Hughes is an 84, but look at his hands. Like, they're unreal. Speed, really good shot. He's got 35 goals, actually, as a playmaker, which is kind of insane. 88 Landeskog on the third line, playing with Duchesne and Horvat. Like, that's a lot of teams' decent first line. Like, that's a good first line, really. Virtanen, Tierney, Frost on the fourth. Defense here, we got Hughes and Falk, Trouba, Giordano, Ulevi, and Myers. Like, kind of insane. Obviously, still have the 92 Demko as our starting goaltender. Look at the first power play unit. I mean, that's just so stacked. And now the second one, like, that second unit, they're tired after the first. The second unit is just going to absolutely eat the team alive. So, pretty insane. Like I said, I think we really do have a really, really good chance at a back-to-back Stanley Cup here. Also, I'm just kind of curious what our ratings are. So, I'm going to match up here with Nashville. Offense has to be 99. Okay, offense is 100, defense 97, goaltending 97. I never had like a 100, 100, 100 team, but that's pretty close. So we just finished the season, guys, with a pretty insane record. 55, 23, and 4. 114 points. Like, this team is insane. This team is absolutely insane. So yeah, first in the division, first in the conference. Backstrom, even though our team's that good, don't even have a guy that's putting up a point per game, but Backstrom, pretty close there, 72 and 82. And we're going to take a look at the rest of the team here. So Besser, 65. Aho there, 59. Martin, 59. Hughes, 57. So the second line pretty much performed the same as the first line, probably because they're both so good. Duchesne, 54. Like, yeah, we basically have, like, the top three lines are pretty much all almost the same in terms of production. Defenseman there, where we have three guys, mid-40 for points. That's so good. Let's check Demko stats here. .927, 2.11. He had a 9 shutouts. I mean, pretty unreal. We'll also check the AHL team quick. Just curious how Lucas Raymond did. 58 points, 72 games, 31 goals. That's not too bad. We'll have to wait till the awards and stuff to see if maybe most goals, most points, something like that. And Tarasenko, 92 points. Next is actually Line A. Most goals, so give me Line A with 49. It is Line A, okay. And obviously want to check and see if we got back-to-back President's Trophies. I feel like 114 points is a pretty good odds. And we did get it there. Beat Buffalo by only 4 points. How many teams had over 100? So we had 8 teams there, 100 plus points. Looking at all the playoff teams here. Who else squeaked in? Ottawa gets in again, 18th. So don't feel so bad now about trading that first round pick. It's not even going to be in the lottery, let alone have like low odds. And last in the league, the Devils again, rocking the classic 69 points. So I'll see we're playing in the first round of the playoffs here and trying to defend our title as Stanley Cup champions. So the first round of the playoffs, guys, we're up against the Vegas Golden Knights. This is actually the team we'll be using in the next episode. So hopefully we can have a better team than they have right now in the third season. I mean, first line's good. Top 6 is actually pretty solid. Cody Glass is up to an 86. The bottom 6, though, it's pretty rough. Chip Chura, was he a made-up guy? Yeah, 4th overall, 2020. Defense, it's good depth, but there's like really no number 1 D-man. Fleury's still an 85 at 36. Subban there. So kind of, getting an idea what the team's going to look like. Here we go, guys. Starting the first round sim. Pretty sure our third line of forwards is better than their first line. And our third D pair is about equal with their first D pair. But we'll see what happens. We actually lose the first game 3-0. It's tied up 1-1. 2-1 for us now. 3-1. Hopefully that first game was an absolute fluke. Come on, boys. Let's get it here. Oh, no way. Okay, there we go. So 1-6, but that was way too close. And in the next round, guys, we're up against the Sharks. First line, they got LeBlanc, Couture, and Meyer. That's pretty much, I mean, the second line's okay, but their bottom 6, like, doesn't even make our team. Defense, Burns is still an 89 at 36. Usually he drops by this point. At least like 87. Carlson, 91. So their D's actually really nice. What's Martin Jones? 86. So, I mean, I don't know. Their top D pair, obviously, Burns and Carlson, sick. Our goaltender's way better. I don't think any team in the NHL is going to have as good as forwards as us. Also, I noticed Aho is actually our leading scorer in the playoffs again. So we'll see if we can keep it up here. Playing against the Sharks, kind of our rival. Seattle hasn't come in yet in this. Win the first game 2-1. Lose the second. Win the third. Not sure what's going on in the third. Win the fifth. We won the 4th and the 5th. There we go. So we win that in 5. We actually have the Dallas Stars now in the conference finals. So right here, guys, look at the Dallas Stars. Their first line, obviously, still sick. Jamie Benn, Sagan, Radulov. They've actually added Nyquist as well, playing it with Dickinson and Nichushkin. Hintz there's 83. Gurianov, 82. Defense, Heiskin and Klingberg, sick top pair. Decent depth. Bishop's up to an 89. So, pretty good team. I feel like our forward depth's definitely where we're going to have to take advantage when the first line for them isn't out there. We're going to have way better matchups. Defensively as well, I think we have better depth. And then Bishop's a good goalie. Demko's a bit higher rated, but obviously Bishop does have that size. So, we'll see what happens here. Obviously, still have home ice advantage, win the first 2. We lose the first game, though, in Dallas. So, still have the 2-1 lead. Hopefully, can win at least the 4th game. There we do, 7-2, big win. 3-0, so we can take another series in 5. And look at this. Stanley Cup rematch with the Philadelphia Flyers. So, kind of like the 08-09 Rubbing Penguins series. Philadelphia. Okay, let's see if their teams change at all. So it looks like their first line's the same guys, except JVR's down 86. Nolan Patrick's up to an 88. Tyler Ennis is on the team, 81, the second line. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just put Konechny there. So their forwards are good. Ours are still much better. Sick D pair, or top pair, I should say. We have more depth. Hart's an 89, so we actually have a better goalie now in Demko. He got up to a 92, probably just because really good regular season, insane playoffs, won Conn Smythe, whatever else. So last time we played them, they had the edge in goal, maybe D. This time we have the edge in every single category. I am actually curious. I want to see like the stat breakdown here. All right, so yeah, we do beat them in every single one. The closest one's actually defense there, only beating them by 2. So I think for this, since we already won the cup, I'm just gonna sim game by game, opposed to period by period. If we have a chance to win the Stanley Cup, obviously we'll jump in, try and watch that. So we lose the first one in OT. That's not good. Okay, what the heck? Maybe the Flyers are going to get revenge against us. Second game, they lose 4-1. All right, there we go. Winning in Philly. That's kind of strange. Let's see if we can tie it up again. Make it 2-2. That's not good. Down 3-1. Got to win the next 3 straight. Come on. And Philly beats us in 5 there. I mean, whatever. Fair enough. I wanted the back-to-back Stanley Cups, but Philly gets the revenge. Beats us in 5. I respect it. And check this out, guys. The draft flight results are in. LA's picking 1st overall. New Jersey 2nd via Toronto. Edmonton 3rd. Tampa Bay 4th via New Jersey. It's like, what is going on here? Somehow the Devils ended up with a higher pick. So I'm going to check, obviously, the awards now. I already know Philadelphia won the Stanley Cup. I really am really curious to see if maybe Raymond got an AHL award. I feel like he put up a decent amount of points. Definitely, should be competitive there. Besser actually finished as our playoff scoring leader, 16 points, 21 games. I mean, it's not bad. I was hoping, somebody would have been a bit closer to a point per game. So Backstrom was actually next behind him there with 15, Aho 14. So, like, Peterson, like, him and Marner didn't have a great playoff for being our 2 best players. 11 points for Peterson, 9 for Marner. We really need better from them. Hughes 10's our best defenseman. What were Demko's stats like? I mean, his were really good. .937, a 1.84. Can't ask for much more than that from your goalie. Take a look at the playoff tree here. So we already know who we played. Flyers beat the Penguins in 5, Hurricanes 6, Bruins 7, and of course us in 5. Kind of cool. We had like a back-to-back Stanley Cup matchup. So we did get 2 of the awards. So did they for team. Player awards, Tarasenko, Art Ross, and the Hart. Ristolainen actually got James Norris. Skinner got Lady Byng. Snyder there got the Calder. I believe he was the guy taken above Lafreniere. Hart there, Conn Smythe. Demko, though, got the Vezina. Let's go. You also got William M. Jennings. Bally, Bill Masterson. McDavid gets the Selke again. Tarasenko, Ted Lindsay. And Lion there with Maurice Richard. I'm going to check the AHL awards now. Don't think we even made the playoffs. Our AHL team didn't make the playoffs once, even though I thought they had a decent team. We'll see if we did get a player award. Nylander got most points and MVP. Zegras most goals, okay. So, I mean, Raymond was probably close. Lavoie, outstanding rookie. Nelson, best defenseman again. Or, not again, sorry. I thought he won it last time. Montoya, best goalie. Kincaid, MVP. Nylander, sportsmanship. Tucker there, involvement, or community involvement. Kincaid also had lowest goals again. So, almost had back-to-back cups. It was close. That would have been pretty sick. I don't think like we've actually won back-to-back cups yet in any of the cup or bust, but definitely came close. Also want to see, yeah, our goals against 177. How close? Arizona's next, close at 195. So, yeah, our team was pretty insane this year. We also had the most goals for. Not too bad of a year at all. So, Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Cup or Bust. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.